Hi, we're going to talk about variables in JavaScript. So, since the beginning we have var, which is started JavaScript with var, and then after ES6 we have let and const. So let's see how var works. Var, they are global scope or function scope, and also the value can be updated, and also you can redeclare this var. So if we have a var a equals 10, then if we updated it to var a equals 20, and we do a console log, of a, so you see that the value now it's 20. And also you can redeclare this var a to 30 example. And if we do another console log, log, we're gonna see that the value now it's 30. This one. So also I'm going to show now an example with the function scope, var in the function scope. So if you have this function, test, var a equals 10, and then if we put this if here, if a is greater than 5, and say that the var now a it's equal to 20. So I'm gonna put a console log here, and then I'm gonna put another one here in the function scope. So console log. So I did something wrong. Oh, okay, semicolon. And we need to invoke the function. When I was training, I had the same problem, but now I said when I'm presenting, I'm not gonna forget to invoke the function, and of course I forgot it. So you have 2020. So the thing is, you should have this a, not 20. The thing is, as var is a function scope, it is overwriting this value of 10. We're gonna see how to fix that using let. So if you do with let here, I'm gonna show you how to, this here. So let's go from the beginning with let, what you can do with let. Let a equals 10, then let's update the value to 20. Let's see if with let we can do that. So, here. So yes, you can update. So let's see if you can revalue that. Let a equals 30. And then we do another console log. So we get an error because with let, you cannot redeclare which was this variable which was already declared. You can update the value, but you cannot redeclare. So in a function, let's see. So when we had this function with var, we saw that we're gonna correct that. So with let, we are not going to overwrite the value. So we still have in this one 20, and the first one is still with the original value of 10. So that's a good reason to use let instead of var, because var, it will overwrite us in the function scope, overwrites the value here of the first one. And also we have the last one, which is const. So with const is block scoped also. You cannot update the value, and it cannot be redeclared. So let's see how it works. Const equals const a equals 10. And then you can, let's see what's gonna happen if we try to assign another value to it. So let's say 20. Let's do a console log of a. So let me clear here. So you get an error saying that assignment to constant variable, you cannot do that. And also you cannot say that const a it's equals like 30. So if we do another console.log, we can see that we're gonna get another error saying that this a was already been declared. So, but we have something interesting with the. So, let me show just on a function how it works before the result as the let. So it doesn't interfere. This one is not going to overwrite the const. But you can update the values inside a const using the object is passed by the reference. So what you can do is what that passing by reference means is contain this reference is like an address. If you say like let x equals an array of 1, 2, 3, this value is not stored inside this x, but it is stored in the memory after this creation. This is just a reference, an address. So how we can work on this? Let's say const. So const c equals 1, 2, 3. As it is a const, you're going to think, oh, you cannot change. But as I explained, you can add values. So if you do a c dot push the number 4, and then you do a console log of c. If we check here, you have the 4 now. And also you can take this out. So if you do a pop, and then console log also, it is back to the 1, 2, 3. This also works for objects. So if we have constant c name, so let's say the name is John Lennon and age, let's say he was 25 at the time. What you can do is, if we get a d dot name, let's say John Lennon got married to Yoko Ono and he wants to add her surname. So it's gonna be John Lennon Ono. If you do a console log on C, just let's check here. Oops, it's equals. Okay. It's not C, it's not D, it's C. Just got a mistake with that one. So see, now we have John Lennon Ono, age 25. But let's say now that John Lennon is living in New York. So you can add also C dot home. Let's say it's New York. And if we do a console log again, we have now New York here. We add this to the object. So yeah, that's pretty much. So far, you guys have any questions? Anyone? So when we should use var, let, and const. According to my studies, it's very discouraged to use var to avoid confusion in function level and also the scope and to avoid these accidental declarations. So you should also use let instead of var. And when you should use const is for constant, as the name say, like constant pi equals 3.13. It's values that never changes. So that's when you should use const. So yeah. Questions? Doubts? Any hard feelings about it? Yes, those.
Multiple times in the same scope. But, sorry, we do something. Could you create a function and run a loop using for I equals 0, I less than 10?
Okay, so function loop.
Yeah.
So let's go.
I'm trying to offer a real example. Well, that's the name what you saw wasn't real at all, right? But another real example of when bar let make a difference.
So it's gonna be for.
Yep. For parentheses bar I equals 0.
I equals 0. I.
Less than.
Oops.
Yeah.
5, and then I plus plus.
It's not a couple of things. You should use semicolons instead of commas to separate the expressions. Could you also please declare I for bar I equals 0?
Where? Sorry.
Line number 3.
Okay.
You do I equals 0. You put bar in front of it there. Yes.
Oh, var.
Yeah. Bar I equals 0.
Oh, okay. Here. Okay.
You declare I. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, that's it. Could you please do after the loop on the number, after the loop, we will do the final console log with the value of I. Like the final value of I is, yeah.
Oops. So it's gonna be backticks. $sign I.
Okay, cool. So now just please invoke the function and see what happens.
I think something's wrong here. So unexpect end of input. What's wrong? Not. Oh, it's here. It's missed the backticks.
Yeah, and remember you need to invoke the function.
Yeah, I always forget to invoke functions.
Functions are not that important in JavaScript, right?
No, not much, not much. That's the reason I forget to invoke them. I think I'm gonna have a suggestion for the next ES so they can invoke automatically by my thoughts. Yeah. So yeah, the final value of I is 5.
Does that make sense to you? To everybody, actually. It's expected, right?
Yeah.
Can you now replace bar with let?
Okay.
And before running, does anyone know what the output will be?
Zero.
Zero undefined. Zero undefined. 5. 0 undefined, 5. Nil, empty array. Why not?
Error.
Why not?
Error.
Error. Interesting error. Cool. Can you run it? Rafa, see what happened?
I is not defined.
I said it's right.
Yeah? Where?
Even though she's very surprised, it will be there in a minute. Here you go.
Yeah, I'm surprised of your reaction.
No, because you said error.
No, I said 5 and you said, oh, 5? Like,
No, why is an error? I is not defined. That didn't happen with bar, right?
oh yeah, it's
Why?
not defined.
It's not undefined. No, look. It's not
I
undefined.
is not defined.
So if it was undefined, the message would be the final value of I is undefined. But that's not the message, right?
It says.
I is not defined.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Throws an error. Right? It's different. One thing is returning undefined, and a radical different thing is throwing an error. That algorithm throws an error. Why?
Because the let it's inside the for loop.
Correct.
And you have to find
Outside.
the outside.
Correct.
That is scope.
Correct. When you declare a variable using bar,
The global.
so the scope of a bar function, of a bar variable is the function when it's declared. So even if you declare bar I equals 0 in the middle of the function, still the entire function has visibility. Yeah, that's why it worked before. However, let is a bit more strict. Let only works in the current scope. And then you say what the current scope is. Isn't it the function? It could be the function, but in that particular case, it's not the function, it's the for loop. So generally speaking, a scope or context in JavaScript is a piece of code surrounded by curly brackets. Yeah? Do you see now why we put curly brackets on every single snippet from the 7th of January? Because you are declaring a local scope. Same thing applies when you declare a for loop. You're declaring a new scope, and let will work only inside of that scope, never outside. That's why it throws an error, because on line number 6, I doesn't exist. Only exists on line number 4, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah? That's a classic job interview question. Differences between let and bar, const, of course. So these are the two differences. First of all, you cannot redeclare the same variable using let. And even more importantly, or at least as important as that, the scope may be different, right? May be different. In some cases it could be the same, but this is a good example because this is a canonical problem, right? Where let and bar behave differently.
That one let is on the modern JavaScript on
That's
the
correct.
area 6.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, let
Let
is,
is.
yes, yes. Still, we should be careful when we talk about modern JavaScript, because to me, ES6, well not to me, ES6 is 2015. To me that's not modern JavaScript anymore. Yeah? Because 4 years in JavaScript time is the equivalent of 400 years in real time. Because it evolves so quickly. Yeah? Anything else for Rafa? As he perfectly explained, be careful with const. Because constants in JavaScript,
So what's the point of using const?
well, as he explained, if you want to declare a number,
If you have, you're not
What's the
going
number?
to change in your code.
Huh?
Like, it's for things like the pi, which is like 3.14. So it's like you can use for numbers that you are sure that you're not going to change.
Okay.
So if you think, oh, I may change this value during the code, use let. But vars.
So something that is like pi is a number.
Yeah. So
Or birthday.
we are not, yeah, like birthdays, or we are not changing the date of the birthday or also the pi. So you can use as a const. No.
But you showed in your push example, right?
Yeah, it's kind of,
Unsafe programming will allow you to do it.
yeah, you cannot overwrite, but you can add to the reference because it's not.
But then in reality, you can still override, because if I create an array,
Yeah.
I can override the array
Yeah.
somehow, yeah? So we should be careful. So to me, const makes sense from a semantics point of view, because the message you said is that, hey, this is supposed to be stable forever.
Yeah.
Yes, you express your thoughts to your audience.
But
Technically speaking,
So some
if
of
you're a
them
sneaky
are-
developer,
yeah,
you can still change it, right?
some of them are just
Cool. Anything else for Rafa?
Questions?
No, thank you very
Okay.
much.
Cool, thank you, Rafa.
Thank you.